your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Never looking back since I changed my ways. I'm on that good life tip today. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world. I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Baby, we can have it all. We can make love out of waterfalls. I'm living that good life after all. Yeah. La da da da. Good life, sitting by the fire. La da day, good life, feeling that breeze. La da da da, good life, taking you higher.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Bleeves. Make sure, please, this helps me out tremendously. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way in. When this is over, if you would, if you're still here, leave a comment down there saying that you liked it. This is kind of a test right now to see if this thing is gonna if that does anything for the trending after hours. Because if it does, then I'm going to change the format a little bit to try to help out and try to get as much information as quickly as possible into people's hands or ears, as the case may be. But we're going to lead off with what I think is one of the big stories, not the biggest story, but in my mind, it's the big one. $1 million worth of Volt is going to be burned from the circulating supply on May the 15th of 2023. We'll also burn up to 10 billion Volt every day leading up to May 15th. Now, that means 150 billion is going to be burned plus 1 million, and whatever 1 million is at that time on May the 15th is what the burn is going to end up being. So I would venture to say that this is going to be significant. Also, this week we're going to see VoltEco launch. If you have 3 billion tokens and you have a VDSC, then you're going to be one of the, or you can be one of the first people to get a share of the first pool for airdrops. I don't know what the value of that's going to be. It's wild speculation at this point, but just imagine that there's been life-changing money made by some of these crypto airdrops for a lot of different tokens. And imagine that in the hands of an AI whose sole job it is to try to make sure that it gets its piece of those airdrops. And I feel like that's probably something that's going to run pretty significant and pretty hard. So I get the feeling that this is the start of something very, very, very cool. So if you are not already, you're going to have a short period of time, I would think, to really get in and get this worked out. And look, do what you want to do. But this seems to me like, and also let me just stress here, if I can earn money, and I really see a plan to earn money, don't tell me that you're going to give me more tokens. I don't care about that shit, right? I don't care about more tokens. Don't say, well, we got staking live, and you're going to just give me more of the token whose value is going down because that's the only utility that you have. If that's what you're telling me, I don't really have a lot of interest in that, right? Show me something with value, and then show me how you're going to create value out of it. That's what Volt's done, right? That's what the opportunity appears to be in the Voltiverse as all this starts to play out. I'm going to be able to stake 3 billion tokens and a VDSC, and I'm going to get one share. And then whatever that share is for whatever that amount of money is, I don't know how it's going to be paid. Could be paid in Volt, could be paid in USDC, could be paid in whatever. I think it's already out there. I haven't looked, but then you earn money. You're going to earn real world currency. Well, you're going to earn crypto that could be easily converted into real world currency for what it is that you're doing. And I think that that is an incredible thing. Not only is that going to happen, but a percentage of that is going to go towards burning more Volt. A percentage of that is going to go towards burning more Volted Dragon. And a percentage of that is going to go towards continuing to fund new airdrop ventures to make sure that we continue to reap the benefits of each one of these. And that looks to me to be an absolutely fantastic way to create value for your investment. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything else. So sounds like a really cool venture to me. I don't know what you think, but guys, I'm super excited about this. I really am. But pre-market, kind of trading sideways. If you're wondering what's going on right now, then we should also clear the air right now about what's going on in the markets. I think and for most of you, it's going to seem very obvious. It's being priced in right now. The situations, the rate hike potential, the unemployment numbers tomorrow, all of that's being priced in right now. People are trying to figure out where it is. So you saw a dip of about 38 billion today. Now, you didn't see that if you were in Pepe. If you were in Pepe, then you saw a little bit of a dip that just got eaten back up. So it's not every token that's being affected, right? Some of these guys are able to kind of weather the storm. And you know, the unfortunate part about a lot of this is very simple. It has nothing to do with dogs, frogs, apes, has nothing to do with any of that kind of shit, right? What it has to do with is zero tax vehicles, right? These zero tax vehicles right now are having a moment, and it's going to be great for the entire market. Now, if you're making a bunch of money, and I am on Pepe right now, then you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do with that money, right? When you decide to cash out, when you decide to take profits, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to change your life? Are you going to invest it? Are you going to make sure that you're deeper into everything else? Well, I'm going to get more Volt. I'm going to get even more Volted than already. And for each different project that I might be interested in, I'm going to start throwing money at those different projects because I feel like I have that opportunity with some of the plays that I've made recently. And I'll go over some of the plays in just a little while. And there is some opportunity for you guys to make some plays. And I'm going to talk faster, by the way, so that we can get to those plays because I think that those are kind of important. It was alt season? Hell no. But it is meme coin season right now. Cryptocurrencies that are running crazy right now, you can go up and down this list and you can see them all right here. Now, what you're not seeing up here is you're not seeing Pepe. I think it's kind of capped or something. I keep hearing. Yeah, so it's not listed in the top of the list because it's being suppressed by that's that artificial suppression because CZ Binance is the Liz Warren of cryptocurrency. He knows what's good for you. He knows what you need, and what you need is to be told whether or not something's good or not. So I don't like that. I think that's bullshit by him to do that. But I mean, you know, it's his fucking platform, right? If we don't like it, create our own platform. Oh, I thought we did with with CoinViewCap, but then Keith merged with Shinja, and that was the end of that. So I don't know what that's. You know, I don't even know what's going on with that anymore. So, but let's go through a couple of different things. Pepe, as you can see right here, this is the futures contract, by the way. This is not the regular contract. I got nothing but a bunch of, oh, it's over now. As the price started coming down earlier this morning, everybody wanted to jump on the oh, I told you it was going down. Well, of course it's going down. It's goddamn crypto. The desperation to be right is crazy. There's only one me. So yeah. But anyway, so then what ended up happening is the American market, dirtbag, scumbag, weak shit investors that America is, they closed right here, 4 o'clock. That's when the American markets closed. And then what happened? And then all of a sudden, crypto started sending again. and all of that money started to get eaten back up. Now, of course, the American investors, being the garbage piles that they are, they did this right here again, pricing in what they considered to be a rate hike for tomorrow, pricing everything in. They're hedging on these investments. Now, if they're wrong and we get some good news and we get better news than we anticipate, then this thing is going to rip, right? And I mean all of crypto. I don't mean Pepe, by the way. It's going to rip. But the one thing to consider here is that Pepe, especially over here, is tied to Ethereum, and Ethereum is way, way, way down right now. So to get a more favorable to get a more favorable position on Ethereum up here, getting to say 1931 or 2031, getting on a nice little rip and going up 20% would add 10% in value to your Pepe, which would take this up to what's that, 1300 and something. So it's very simple, right? It's very simple. Pepe is running on its own right now. Everything else is just kind of tied to it and not having as good a time. According to CoinGecko. Now, if you come down here, then you'll see the new meme token has seen its market cap surge, specifically surpassing the 500 million mark. Now, if we take that and we go over here to CoinMarketCap, then we might be able to get a fairer kind of idea here. Let's go look at, first, we want to check out SHIB. And we want to see what the volume in SHIB is. 130 million in SHIB being traded on the day. How much is Pepe? 529 million. How much is Doge? Surely that's got to be way more. No, 321. So the big meme coin right now is Pepe. It's continuing to print money. So make your money off of it while the opportunity exists. And look, guys, you guys have to recognize something, right? There's an opportunity in front of you. If you don't take advantage of the opportunity, then you're going to miss out. Now, if you get in a bad position, you're going to get wrecked. So don't do that. But I'm going to go over right now a couple of different tokens that I think are going to have a nice little run. You can make your own decision on whether or not you think that they will or not. I'll tell you, I'm already in, and I'll tell you how much, and I'll tell you what I'm up by, right? So Pepe, I put 17, I guess. Let's go to Uniswap here. I put 17,000 into Pepe. And I mean exactly 17,000 into Pepe, right? And Pepe is right now trading at, off of 17,000, it's trading at 24,829. So I'm up $7,800 on Pepe as we speak. And this is from yesterday. I put that money in yesterday. So that's where that's sitting. Now I can take profit if I want to. I can pull it all out if I want to, but I do think that this is about to rip a little bit higher. I've got these two areas and these two lines right here, and these are my zones, right? And if you look here, you can see based on the volume, based on the trading, this thing has touched this and bounced, touched this. Now it did come down here, but it bounced immediately back up, and then it touched here and it bounced again. That means that this is holding as support. And if that's the case, then the most likely scenario is that Pepe is going up some more. Now, if I take just a second here, and I'm not going to take up a lot of your time with Pepe, but if I take what happened before, and I can say that this right here looks like this right here, right? We're looking at pattern recognition. So we saw this pattern play out, and we saw this come back down, and then we saw it take off, right? So now we're seeing this play out. We saw it come down, and now we're seeing it take off again, right? Well, if we go from just, and again, this is not science, guys. This is just me saying from the top here to the top here. If I did that, and I said that that's the top here is right here, right? That's the top right there. And then you can see that it's still playing out. It's a little bit down, but it's starting to catch back up, right? Well, that tells me that Pepe is probably headed to 2,000, right? Now, I don't think it's headed to 2,000. That seems a little bit aggressive. That seems like $1 billion overnight might be a little bit aggressive without like a Binance listing or a Coinbase listing coming out of nowhere. So I don't know that that is going to happen. But you can see when I say this, you can just see that this is how it played out the last time. So could it play out the same way this time? Because we did the dip, we did the pump, and now here it is. Are we going for the next leg up? So if we are, then it's going to get real crazy. If we are, it's going to get real crazy. And if that's the case, then you stand to gain about 90% return off of that. If you believe that that's what's going to happen, that's about a 90% return from where you currently are. So let's just see what happens on that. Now, GME. I'm in GME right now. It's trading at 1906. You can see right here. This is GameStop, and this is the GameStop that's being set up by the Wall Street Bet guys. One of the guys from Wall Street Bets is the guy that's running this token. And I put $500 in. And my $500 right now is $474. Now, to be fair, I do have to tell you that I was in over here early, and it's got a $1.88 million market cap. So I basically got in at about a under $2 million market cap, right? And it was up here about 3x from where it is right now, not that long ago, just a couple of short hours ago. But I'm not even close to taking profit on this thing because I have this feeling that once we get some clarity in the market, that it's going to run. So I'm on GameStop for $500. If it goes to a 30 million market cap, that's 1,500. That's 500 times what? 30? Or no, it's 500 times 15. So $7,500. It would be a nice little rip. I would be able to make a few bucks off of this if it has a nice little run. Now, if the Wall Street Bets guys get in here and this actually becomes something important or something special, then holy shit. Now, the reason that I think that it's going to do that is, let's take a quick look here. The total market cap right now is 1.8 million, and 14.91 million is the trading volume. That's an astronomical number of trading volume that's been going on this token. You can see right here, like there's just a constant level of trading. What I'm scrolling through right now is just since we started the show. So $14 million and zero taxes is what's being traded right now on this GameStop token. I feel like, just like most of these other tokens, you get started, you start moving up a little bit, you trend a little sideways. This was launched on 4/30. So we're on day 2, right? We're on day 2, and we had a correction. And if we look at our fib retracement, then we get a picture perfect retracement down to the 78 level, but it really seems to be hovering at 0.618. So I get a feeling that this GME is about to just take off. Okay. Now, again, I'm in here for $500 at about a 2 million market cap. And I hope that this thing runs up to a 30 to 50 million market cap. I'm not going to get rich off of it, but it'll make a few bucks. So if it's going to make a few bucks, why not enjoy it? So, Anyway, so let me go back to that real quick. God damn it. GME. So back to GME. This is what it looks like right now. It's coming off of, this is day 1. So, and there's a lot of people involved. Here's the point, right? The important point is start with the number of investors. 2,500 investors in the first day, with nobody even knowing about this token. 2,500 investors. So this has some street cred. 14.9 million in trading volume. It's only got a 1.65 million total market cap. It's GameStop. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it in here. Now that I'm in here sharing the screen, son of a bitch. Okay, so that one's GME. Okay. And again, this is a small market cap. This is a great opportunity. As you can see here, people are taking their profits. People are, and the bots are trading the shit out of it right now. But there's a lot of volume. I'm just scrolling here. And as you can see, as I scroll through here, there's just continued trading and continued trading this whole time, right? Now, that means that this will probably settle in a couple days, and it will just start to absolutely rip. And then we'll get to let's say where Bob is. Bob was launched on, and I know, guys, I know you're looking for Bob, right? But Bob Here we go. If anybody else has been having trouble with Dex Tools tonight, I hope I'm not the only one. Dex Tools has just been kind of a nightmare this evening. But the point is that Bob is at a 38.83 million market cap, has 16.62 million in volume going through it right now. Again, just another token that's having a massive sort of, let me see if I can get on Dex Screener here. And let's see what Bob's doing. All right, so we can get in here on Bob on Dex Screener. So Bob is kind of ripping here right now, having a nice little run. But look at this. This is what's been going on for Bob through all of these days. Now, if you come over here to look, where was the launch date? 12 days and 4 hours ago. So if we go back to that other token that we were just on, here's what Bob did in its first. That's a 15-minute calendar. Oh my God. All right, let's go back here. And as you can see right here, Bob has a nice little run up, and then it comes back down and corrects. And then what is this? A day later starts the move, and it starts to make that move to that upside. So, and it doesn't have the benefit, as they say, of all the crazy shit's been going on in the market for the last 24 hours. So you can see here, Bob's getting a little dip off of that too. But the breakout seems imminent. Like this is what's happening right here. Well, so I think that GME is going to have that same thing. That's what I'm thinking. So if you're into Bob, I am into Bob for put 2,500 in. So I have 2,438, right? So I'm down slightly. I wasn't down, by the way, for the entire day. Like I wasn't down for the entire day until the last 2-3 hours. Like I was up several $100s, but I'm not really interested in several $100s. Like if I flip it, then I'm going to take my original investment out. And if I don't, then, we'll see what happens with it. Hopefully I can get out at least $2,000 or something like that. Maybe it won't go. But I get the feeling that there's a pretty big and budding community out of Bob, and we'll probably see a nice little run off of it. So, I'm waiting to see how this whole thing kind of plays out. 8,200 holders. Yeah, 8,273 holders on Bob. So, we'll see how Bob goes. What's the next one? Next one is Nazuko. Now, Nazuko is one that I think is going to have, this is the one I feel like I might have convinced myself. So I'm not really sure, but I'm sure, by the way, of this part. I know that I convinced myself at this point, right? That I think Nazuko, which, by the way, if you pull up Nazuko, that's from Demon Slayer. And that's this girl right here from Demon Slayer. And that's Tanjiro's sister. That she has the thing on her mouth, so she doesn't speak. So she's the only surviving member of her family after a demon attack. So she's the assistant or the helper or whatever you call it for Tanjiro on Demon Slayer. So I feel like this is anime inspired. I think that the website, same thing. Like I feel like this is probably one of those simple ones that, like, to me, it doesn't do anything, right? There's nothing special about it other than, does it appeal to somebody? And I think that it appeals probably to the Asian communities because Demon Slayer is a popular Japanese manga book or anime book. And I get the feeling that it's probably worth a 30 million market cap, right? I got into this a little bit earlier. I'll show you where I am. And don't get fucking mad at me. Don't hate the player, hate the game, right? So I put in $2,000 and I'm up to 5,837. So I'm up about 3x on Nazuko right now. I got in pretty low down here, right around 1,000 somewhere, close to 1,000. So, I'm up really good on Nazuko, and I get the feeling that it's going to rip, right? And here's the thing. Bob was launched on 4/19. Nazuko was launched on 4/22. Now, when I go over and look at Bob, then what I see, which is now pulling up, by the way, when I look at Bob and I go back 3 days to, this is the 1st, this is the 30th, and this is the 29th. So here on the 29th, like right here, is where Bob was trading way, 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 way down here. And then it went 10x right around the same spot. So I'm thinking that Nazuko is probably going to do one of those 10x run-ups. I don't know if it's got enough to do 10x on it, by the way. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure. But here we are. Here it is. I think that it has that opportunity. So, and I'm up big. So if it does a 10x, then I'm going to be super happy about that position. So I'm in Nazuko as well. Now, I'm also in Bob, B-Bob. That's Baby Bob. Baby Bob is, now I put 500 into Baby Bob because I'm not sure. Like, to me, it seems too reductive to me to have a gigantic run, but it seems like it might be something that would, maybe it would 10x from here. And the reason that I say that is because it only has a 200,000 market cap and about 50,000, about a 50,000 liquidity, and the market has not been kind today, but the market is about to flip and we're about to go hostile again, right? We're going to start ripping in the crypto market pretty soon. And when we do, that ETH pairing is going to run this up by, again, if we launch 200 points here and get up to 2,000 again, then that's going to be about a 10% rip here, because that's a 20% increase, right? Well, it's a 10% increase. So about 5% more on some of these prices actually makes these profitable, and it gets them running again, and it gets people back in, right? People are on the sidelines right now wanting to buy dips, looking at opportunities, trying to figure out where am I going to be able to buy. So Baby Bob has an opportunity. Look, if it gets to a 3 million market cap, if it gets to a 3 million market cap, and it does a 15x from there, then that would be good for me. Like, I would be happy with that position, and I would not complain about that at all. So that's what I'm waiting for there, just to see how that plays out. So I'm into Bob, Baby Bob, for basically 500. It's at 475 right now. Also, I am down here into Optimus. Look, super bullish on Optimus, and I'm into, look, Optimus to me is a big fucking deal. Okay. And this is for the reason that I was always bullish and am still bullish on Floki. And if you remember Floki went to $3.5 billion market cap. That is a gigantic move. Optimus is run by some of the same people who were involved in Floki at the beginning. This is another Elon Musk project. Optimus is the name of the robot that he launched on September 22nd. He didn't launch the robot, but he launched the principle behind Optimus, the robot, that it was going to be an at-home assistant for people, and that it was further along than you might think, and that pretty soon we're going to start seeing more coming out about Optimus. Well, every time Elon starts to post, when he gets excited about discoveries and maybe AI advancements for Optimus, when he starts to get excited about that, he's going to start making posts. And what do you think is going to happen when that happens? And for Optimus, I think I went in for 2,500 on that one as well. So let me see here. I feel like it was 2,500. Yeah. So it's at 1,720 now. So I'm down about $800. But as you can see right here, this thing tends to rip. It dips. It's just like Floki. It dips real hard and then it moons. And I'm waiting for that next big moon movement, right? The last time I got in down here, this is actually where I got in towards the bottom here. And then it ripped all the way up to 47. And I felt pretty good about the position. I think it was maybe 36, not all the way down here, but around 36 is where I got in. And then it ripped up to 46. And I was like, okay, that's a pretty good one. I'm just going to let this sit. I'm going to let it ride for a while and just see what happens. But I think Optimus is going to have just a fantastic run. And I think that anybody who's in it is probably going to be super excited. 26 million market cap, 1.16 million in trading volume. And here's the thing. They've got a 2% buy and sell tax. So they're actually bringing in revenue off of this 2%. That means off of all of the trading, there's at least 2% in taxes, which means that they're bringing in about $23,000 a day to help finance and continue to do initiatives that they're doing. And that's every day. So this has some massive potential, and they've got a gigantic marketing wallet to try to make some of this shit happen. So super excited about them. And let's move on. And then the last one is Musk. Now, I'm not sure about Musk at this point. Has a $3 million market cap. You can see right here, like it really looked like it was going to start ripping right here, and that we would get a little bit more out of it than we did. Now, this is launched on 4/27. So again, it's only 4 or 5 days old. So when I zoom out, I suddenly don't feel as bad, because here's the thing. $3 million market cap, $4.2 million in trading volume. All of these tokens have a $3 million market cap. Now, that being said, drink. It would be nothing to see this thing. This run right here is, what is that, 4 days? Okay, so it's 4 days old with a $3 million market cap. So a bunch of people made a pretty good amount of money. And if I go back over here to something like Pepe, and let's just see what Pepe did in the first 4 days, right? In the first 4 days, we zoom into Pepe, and it's really kind of hard to zoom into Pepe at this point and really talk about what it did in that first 4 days, because goddamn, but let's try. All right, so in the first 4 days, Pepe, what do you want to call that? Well, I guess in the first 3 days, reasonable. But what we saw here, this right here, and this dip back down, that's what happened. And then Pepe just kind of took off from there. So, maybe that's not the best one for me to tell you about. But I mean, I guess Pepe is going to be an exception. Probably should have looked at Bob. That would have probably been 3 or 4 days of it just kind of consolidate. Yeah, like this right here, just a couple days of it kind of doing its thing, not really moving too much, just kind of hanging out and moving along. And again, not really pumping super hard for the first bunch of days, and then boom, it started to take off. Well, Elon, same thing. Like it'd probably take off as soon as we get the results from what do you call it, goddamn thing? As soon as we get the results from whatever it was. DJ Legends in the house with a $50 bomb. I miss Bob, but I think Bob will do very good. Glad you're in it. Hope the babies are next in the millions, like Baby Bob. Yeah, so we're into Baby Bob, and I hope that it has a good run. Ryo says Mong, no exchanges yet, and I don't know anything about Mong yet. By the way, that one's passed me by for the moment. But I mean, you guys can see, like, I really think that there's. I don't think that any of these are going to just go absolutely bonkers, right? The only one is look, Pepe is going to $1 billion market cap. Okay, Pepe's pumping again. By the way, it's going to be at an all-time high pretty soon. Remember, the all-time high over here is 1489, and we're at 1268. And everybody who said, everybody, remember, there's a whole bunch of people out there who this morning, as soon as Pepe started dipping, saying that's a wrap, that's the end. It was a good run. Well, to all those people, you know what I say? You know what I say? That's right. Look, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it at all. So that's it. So let's get in here a little bit. Pepe was a zero tax. That's why it pumped so much. Well, not exactly. Yes, it is, because it makes it easy, because now you're not paying somebody for. Look, when you don't have any tax, it takes away a lot of questions about the integrity of a project, right? When you have a tax, people start to question, what are you spending it on? They put it into a large box. And by the way, again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you hit the like button on the way in, and on your way out, please, when I close this show down, please leave a comment. And my camera is dying again. I don't know what's going on with this camera. It's got to be. By the way, I'm buying a new laptop in a couple days. Like, I'm over this goddamn thing. This one is not having a good time with this camera. All of a sudden, this camera has become something of a problem. And I do think, by the way, that it's probably Russia. You know what I mean? Like it's probably just Russia. But in fact, the CPU seems to run pretty hard in the last bunch of days when I'm trying to do something. and camera hub. So we're going to end the task on the camera hub. And we're going to try to pop that back up. All right, so I think it's coming back up. It should pop up sometime in just a second or minute or hour or at some point. I don't know. But I'm suddenly getting a run. I'm getting it's Google Chrome. I really like Google Chrome seems to have been creating quite the problem in the last little bit. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna have to go through it and just kind of probably reset Google Chrome all the way. I don't know what new thing I might have added into Google Chrome. You know what? Let's get rid of. We're gonna get rid of Chat GPT for Google because we don't want it, and let's see if that doesn't free up some resource. And then I don't know what else. Yeah, I don't know what else. What happened to that laptop you were getting like 3 months ago? But I didn't get it because I'm lazy and cheap. And every one of them was like $4,000. And I just can't bring myself to spend $4,000 on a laptop, even if it's something that I use all day long. I just can't bring myself to spend $4,000. I could spend $3,000 or I could spend $2,500 on it and I'll be good with that. But man, it just seems ridiculous and crazy to me to spend that much. Like it just seemed like that was excessive. So man, this is really not going to come back on. So let's try it one more time. Anyway, so it seems like I have a bunch of other cameras, so I can go back to another camera if I need to. But there it is. All right, looks like it's working now. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to get a new computer or something like that. So I'll probably snag one in the next 2 days or so. This one just seems like something all of a sudden is becoming a pain in the ass, and it shouldn't be. But anyway, so back to what we were saying. Pepe. Oh, you know what it might be? Hold on. I wonder if it's because I was running that. Haha. That might be a bug because this is a brand new thing. So, what am I using to buy Pepe? Money. ETH was doing something to get gas fees lower, but they haven't introduced sharding yet. So for those of you that don't know why ETH gas fees have not gone down is they moved from proof of work to proof of stake, which means that instead of mining to get more ETH, now you are staking to earn ETH rewards. And the way that happens right now is that you are responsible for validating a transaction. Well, they haven't introduced what's called sharding yet. Sharding will allow, instead of you validating a transaction, you validate like 100th of a transaction. It's going to make everything faster and it's going to make everything way cheaper. Once that's done, then every transaction is going to be a micro transaction. So the cost of each transaction will go from like $30 or $40 to less than $1. And people don't like that, but I mean, give me a fucking break. You know what I mean? And by the way, I don't know if this will, it might be that I was using those animated backgrounds. So I'm gonna stop doing that for a little bit and see if that doesn't fix it for right now. But let's finish and get through here. So anyway, I think I've covered each one of them that I'm in. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am in Cult. I do have a bag of Cult, NGN, Volt, MMAI. Basically, I have everything here except Hex. I'm not in Hex right now. But everything else I'm in except up here, Wojak. I don't have anything in Wojak. And Wojak is sitting here with a 26.3 million market cap. Again, launched on 4/17 of 23. Like everything that was launched in the last couple of weeks right now is having their moments. Now, 2 days ago, when we were sitting here talking about this is 1,300 versus 3,800, right? So Wojak was sitting around less than a 10 million market cap and is now sitting at a $26 million market cap. Actually, was sitting about 8 million. So these things are pumping. These things are having a moment. in time. And hopefully, Wojak just hit an all-time high, by the way, just in case anybody's keeping score at home. So if you weren't in Wojak or you are in Wojak, then you're feeling pretty good about that. As for the rest of them, I mean, look, they'll go up, they'll go down, they'll go around and around. Pepe, I think, is really getting ready for the next leg. You can see it right here. I mean, like, it's doing what it did right here, and then it ripped. So it's doing it again, and it looks like it's about to rip. Now, I don't think it can go to 2,000 because that would be a $1 billion market cap. So I don't think that it can get there. I think it would need to kind of calm the fuck down just a little bit lower. But look, at this point, I don't know. Like, I look, everybody wants Pepe to succeed right now, except haters. And if you're a hater and you don't want Pepe to succeed, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Like, there's something wrong in your brain. You know what I mean? Like, you should want meme coins to be successful. I'm using Uniswap. What made you change your mind and buy some cult just out of curiosity? Buddy of mine, he said, hey man, God damn it. I can't say. I know some things that other people don't know, and I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and invest in it. And to be fair, like, I feel like I'm kind of hedging because I also bet B Roots $1,000 that there's no chance in hell that Cult is going to do 1,000x. And then I thought, well, Jesus Christ, if it's going to do 1,000x, why the fuck am I not making $100,000 off of it? So, like, you know, to give him $1,000, if it 100x's, then that means I would have missed $100,000 if I put $1,000 in. And I think I actually put like a couple thousand in. Motherfucker. Now I don't even remember. See, now you got me fucked up here. Cult is, where the hell is Cult? I don't even have Cult on this list anymore. But let's see you. Always remember it's LT, not NT. All right, so I have I don't know how many fucking many. 1,497. So I think I put 2,000 into Cult because the price action, I think, is fairly close to where it was. So I feel like if it's going to do a really big run, and if it's really going to do like 100x or something like that, then that's $200,000. And if I do that, that's 199,000 because I have to give B Roots $1,000. And if it doesn't, and I still get a nice little pump out of it, then I can take my original investment. If it doubles out, take that for a ride, and then and then B Roots are going to give me $1,000 for it. So fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Cut me a check. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. And by the way, Pepe continuing to move. The market, however, not moving, really just going sideways for this conversation and for the last 2 hours. So that I don't know that means a correction is coming. I think that maybe we should look at tomorrow morning. We'll look at the heat map and we'll see where the you kind of look right here, right? And you can kind of consider here. Now, this was because they were liquidating the longs, right? Then it pumped back up and we went sideways again. People were feeling bullish again and we liquidated the longs. Now people are feeling less bullish, which means that they should be going after shorts. Now, that doesn't mean that they will. And remember, when I say they, I do mean like futures and institutional investors who are looking to just cut people, right? Like, they're just looking to gash people and rip them and take their futures. So the best bet that I can say is there is a massive amount. If we come over here to the Bitcoin chart, there is a massive amount of the heat seeker shows that there is a ton of shorts that are sitting right above 30,200. So if the bulls can get up into 30,200, then it's going to be all the way to 31.1, 32. We're on our way up and away for a little while because of that, because there is a bunch of shorts, somewhere in the neighborhood of 260 million in liquidations, like right in this little vicinity here of people who've already made trades. So those trades are already active. So if we get some good news on Wednesday, then you can bet your ass that wham, we are going crazy for a short period of time. So and that'll be a great thing. That'll be a great thing for the entire market, especially That'll get the meme coins pumping. That'll get Ethereum pumping. That'll get your meme coin that may not be pumping right now pumping again. Like I want to see Volt pumping a whole lot harder than it's pumping right now. Let's get into the real news here. I want to run through a bunch of stuff here real quick, just so you guys get an idea. Now we talked about Pepe already. Shiba Inu burn rate takes a nosedive. Only 22 million burned in the last week. That is a ridiculously low amount. I told you guys the enthusiasm is waning on SHIB. It needs to have an announcement fairly soon. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to plummet slowly, but it will plummet because if whales are propping it up and you take all of the retail out, then it's just whales and people who are stuck at a loss. So Bitcoin is crashing, but why are transactions at new all-time highs? Now, you've been hearing this for the last couple of days, Bitcoin, but why are transactions at all-time highs? Well, Sentiment did some investigation and Dune Analytics helped, and it turns out that it's the NFTs called the ordinals that have been traded on the Bitcoin network, and that is what's making the Bitcoin network look so active. So it's not actually the price of Bitcoin. So that actually throws a bearish sentiment into the market. Okay, so we're keeping a watch on that, and we'll see how it goes. But Balaji Srinivasan, who took that Bitcoin bet and said that it's going to go to $1 million within 60 days, and I think he's got about 30 days left. In March, the former CEO predicted placed bets that Bitcoin will reach 1 million within 3 months. So we got, what is that, March, April, at the end of May. So he thinks that this thing is going to go crazy pretty soon because of the falling banks and hyperinflation, right? He previously said that the bank runs happen much faster today, considering we're living in a digital world. I think we see an exit from the U.S. banking system towards Bitcoin over the next weeks and months, perhaps years to come. The exact timeline of 90 days, I don't think it's impossible. It's going to be interesting to see if this plays out. And it would be crazy to see it play out that way, right? It would be absolutely bonkers. The entire market would just be like on another level, but he's not backing down. And if you didn't listen, CZ Binance went into a Twitter Spaces, and during the Twitter Spaces, he was asked specifically about Pepe, and he says, we actually have strict policies that even if we're talking about a project team, we forbid them disclosing anything about listings. That's, of course, to prevent insider trading and that they try to avoid the situations. Then he was asked about Pepe again. He says, he mentions that there were quite a lot of meme coins that Binance had listed, including Shiba Inu. We listed Shiba Inu, and it actually one of the more higher trading volume coins on Binance and globally, trading 100 million to Pepe, who is now going for an all-time high again. Jesus fucking Christ, guys. Pepe is ripping one more time, and it's trading over 500 million. So is Binance incentivized to add Pepe to the portfolio? Well, based on this shit right now, it sure as shit is, because I guess if we go over here and we look at what the trade volume is on Pepe, it's 540 million. So it's trading 4 times as high as SHIB. So it would be nonsense for them to not. And one of the things that he also pointed out was that he doesn't like when somebody has here you go. He explained that Binance is cautious about listing coins with a small circulating supply, but a high total supply. Well, Pepe's circulating supply and total supply are the same. There is no variance right there. So they have the same amount. So I don't know what to say other than holy shit. Now, again, I think that this thing is just going to rip all the way up to it, like my bag. So anyway, I put 17,000 in yesterday. It's now 29,000. Just guys, loan me some money. And guys, look, I've been telling you to the best of my ability. I've been telling you as much as possible. This was the play, right? This was the play. And these other plays are going to be the plays as soon as people get done with Pepe. And people are going to get done with Pepe, right? But this is holding people's attention for a lot longer than it might have been meant to. And that means that it's still going to have some life in it. So it's probably going to keep running. And yeah, smash the like button, guys. Again, when we get done here, and I'm going to be wrapping it up in just a second here. When we get done, please leave a comment on this video. I'm curious as to the algorithm, and I'll let you guys know how it did in the morning. But if you do, if you can give me a chance to just get the, F out of here, and then it'll open the comments, hit like the refresh button or whatever it is, and then leave a comment down below, even if it just says comment. I don't care. I'm just curious, and then hit the like button if you haven't already on the way on the way out. Sure would help. I just don't know how the trending and stuff works, so we're gonna try it out. I'm just curious because I want to do more lives like this. Now the market is down 1.27 trillion. So we lost 3 billion in capital in the market. Bitcoin did reverse from a little downward dip back up to 28,000. 2 days from now, we're going to get a big rip. So it's coming. In the meantime, 1489, guys. By the way, GME is reversed and on its way back up. Wojak just hit an all-time high. Nazuko is not at an all-time high. Bebob is at 36.94 and Bob's at 5,500. Going down the list, SHIB gained to 0. BRL's at 73 cents. Lillian is at 34.96. Lillian is relaunching, by the way, on June 24th. I just got the date. And all the information on that. So we'll be talking more about that pretty soon. Decanect 3.6 cents. Optimus 31 cents. Don't forget Optimus, guys. It's going to have a big rip. I got new content coming out on Optimus this week as well. Wiz Protocol 26.99. Kato 13.20. Wagny 38.33. Wagny's back, by the way. Disappointed. Not in the team or anything like that, but just disappointed that it's taken so long that it ended up back in this channel, because I really thought that maybe this was that moment where we're going to leave that low behind, because I think Wagny, when it starts to rip, does nothing but help the market, and I think it'll 10x or 100x up to maybe just under $1 billion in market cap, because this game and everything about this is going to be fantastic. If you haven't played it yet, you can go download it through their Discord, and the game is super fun to play, and there are quite a few players that are actually out there playing it right now. So Terra 29.63, Bone 92.60. Just disappointed with Bone at this point, but again, it like I told you before, it's got to be all about getting some information about Shibarium. When Shibarium launches, this thing is going to absolutely rip, and it'll be $1.50 in a few minutes. You know what I mean? So just hoping to see something good out of Bone pretty soon. MMAI 28.40, continuing its decline. Volt is at 10.86. Had a little bit of a reversal because it did have that downward movement all the way down to 10.20. Had a reversal up to 10.86. Certainly want to see it continue to run and get its way back up there. Again, meme coins doing what they're doing right now. It doesn't apply to all of them, but we'll see what happens. Musk down to 28.02, Cult at 41.84, and NGN at 17.56. NGN will be making content for again. I have repartnered with that team, so should be seeing them very soon. So there we go. I think all of these tokens have a great opportunity. So this is not financial advice. My name's Bleev. I am always right. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for taking the time. Even if I forget to share my screen, and if you got mad because I forgot to share the screen, then this is for you. Or what about this from my buddy?
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the BLEEVESCRYPTO YouTube channel. You got to become a member, because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald out.
If you can't trust Donald Trump, who the fuck can you trust? All right, guys, I will see you for breakfast in the morning.
Whoa, another shot of the bullet. Loaded, got complex, cocking and pulling that bottle.